Good morning, everybody under the sun, and attention in particular, my virtual teacher Trump in the White House again. You know, I love America. I love you, and I love New York. Confirm. I do have got a history. Just let me remind Americans in particular. When I reached at this place during my first visit in the year 1992, you know, uh, I had no idea that there is some sort of stair or lift, inside it of this copper-made gift from the western part of the world as a souvenir gift for the liberation of America that was given by the European continent Statue of Liberty. That was their love. Okay? The moment, I read there, and I was astonished to know that there is a stair inside and lift up till stairs can go. I mean, uh, that stairs took me up till the head of the this beautiful lady. It's a lady, and through the window I could peep and watch what was all the scene. The scene was of her twin towers and the beautiful landscape of Manhattan. I desire on that day that, okay, Mr. Shahid, you are over here as a visitor, and I was really appreciating Twin Towers and the development, economic, social development of America. I got inspired. I said they are beautiful buildings. Now I would uh, Empire State Building view was too obvious. You can see, on the coast, everything was. It was a beautiful, in particular, in the presence of the Twin Towers, and another was Empire State Building. And collectively, it was showing exhibiting my English is not good at all. I'm not satisfied. Just, my grammar is very poor yet. I will improve it. Anyway, so I was much inspired. I say, oh, this is the America. And the moment I walked through the Broadway street, no part of America is like that, not even Chicago, downtown. So I was much impressed as a citizen of Pakistan, where at that time the building was just off, still today, it was just 22 Habib Bank Plaza, I think 22-story building in Karachi, Pakistan. Now I'm coming to the point. I've just heard the news that you uh, have claimed that due to my efforts, my teacher, uh, you had been able to have peace by hint of it through the American might, through the channel of American might, your sagacity, your leadership. I'm much inspired. There are many things common between you and me, sir. You are daring. You don't think too much before saying, even you go against the foreign policy or and think tanks of America and White House foreign policy administration. You know, it is simply because you are first an entrepreneur. All right, I have seen on the video, on social media like YouTube, your Trump Towers in the world. Great. Basically, you are not only politician. You know that is your strength. That you are not afraid of that. What I will guard, after retirement, what would be my case? You are a rich man, a wise man, thinking very positively now in the history of America after 1945, when the world was divided into two camps. You know, either you are with the Americans camp or you are in the Russian camp. You're claiming to get, you offer, say, I'm deserved for Nobel Peace Prize. Whether you desire is something, if you say that I desire, it's okay. It's hell of difference between what you desire and what you deserve. I, for many things, I don't deserve. This hat, remember me the days when I was in Dallas, Texas. You know, I'm music lover and travelers, little bit, traveling. I've been able to did it. The American history, it was now I tell you the story, you know, if my photograph of Manhattan area in the year 2000, it's still in my heart and mind. In imagination, I'm always there. It's not only the one. You will find here and there, like this one, it's all in evidence, like this one, Empire State Building as a tourist. And there are many, couple of more, like over here in this segment of my business empire, which yet had to be developed. Over here, it's great. Why? Since 2000, these photographs have been placed, or had been placed, or are placed now. The whole life I spent putting them here and here and here. Now, let me come to the point. After Second World War, what the American think tanks, managers in the presidents in the United States or managers or foreign policy did? First of all, you had a tragic history of throwing two nuclear bombs, one of the great nations under the sun, Japan. I need not to go in detail what had happened, how many millions of people, you know, what you did in. You didn't, I mean, American presidents in Vietnam. Who was the aggressor? What you did in Iraq, or rather, firstly, Iran Iraq war. What you did in Afghan war. I'm talking about, after, during the days of Honorable Donald, sorry, not Donald, Reagan. how, our part of the world region was turned into hell. How American policymakers, presidents played their role over here. They, not only financed, they, you know, with money involving Middle Eastern countries, our beloved friends in the Middle East, they were supporting us. All the, jihadis, now termed as terrorists, and emergence of Osama bin Laden and different radical groups now. How American, after end of the war, betrayed them. They got settled in the tribal belt of over here in the MW Northwest Frontier Province. Now presently is the area of KPK. How you introduced over here, you know, Kalashnikov culture. How American gunpowder technology and armaments, Stinger missiles like that, given to the innocent people, youth of this part of the world, in particular Afghanis, might be some Pakistanis, and how finally you lost war in Afghanistan and left back to America. More than 80,000 innocent, young and old also, young and old also, they got an ordinary citizen of Pakistan, youngsters of Pakistan, Pak Army, you know, you know, won't you feel, they were the son and daughter, son of somebody's. I'm afraid if more than out of 70,000 people have given prize for uh, this, what I should say, war on terror, if I'm correct, if 40,000 our Marine have given their life, and till today they are offering their beautiful life. Isn't it tragic? Could you forget the services of our Pakistan army and, say that, okay, once you say, okay, you play double game. It was the game that was started by the Americans in collaboration with the rest of the world powers and, organizations like NATO. NATO and American, what they did. Now we talk about Middle East. It is all the American presidents, policymakers in the White House who are the key players behind all the scene and have been because used what are the stakes and history in America. You know it very well, their power to bring somebody in the White House. It's not only, your case, sir. You know it very well. So, what Obama did, what Carter did, what Reagan did, what Nixon did, sometime at some point of time, you supported um, against us Indian and allowed them to make nuclear bomb simply in your policy of containment to China. Poor English. To contain China, you know, you have out, I will say, to make a nuclear bomb. And in the year 19, I think 74, they did their first explosion. Afterward, it's the history. You triggered the policy, anti-peace policy in the world. Americans, you mean Americans, in particular, their foreign policy makers. And last but not the least, what happened in Iraq? Iraq, American wars, and the head of the leaders with like Saddam, Gaddafi, you can justify, American can justify the way they like it. That is the tragedy. You justify American policymakers, they try to justify things in their own way. Simply because you are superpower. Now, worldwide another wave of regionalism and, instead of globalism, everybody is, after developing his region, his organizations, countries are thinking of themselves, now, world is trying to settle down new world order. Okay, it's all right. You know, things got to happen, but what have to happen. Now I would finally close, my discussion. My dear, honorable American think tanks in the White House and all around America, kindly be kind to the rest of the world. And my dear respected, my dear honorable teacher Trump, what the wars, America played the role of policeman in the world. It's all, it was a bomb thrown on the volcano by the Americans of their strategic interest and foreign policy options. And that lava, spread the whole world, right from Iceland to Fuji in Japan. So we saw the Americans' administration, and every president has always been a part of it. Now, first, your desire is okay, but think in the context of history of American presidents. They're working to deserve for Nobel Prize. America, it's not given. Even if it is given, it is not. It won't be given to Donald Trump only. It would be given to the presidency role in the White House. in that perspective, that what you're doing as a president. And it's wonderful that America is now, due to XYZ reasons, China aggressively, and very economically and politically, they are, dominating the world, how Russia is now open. And even they have accepted Taliban government now. Strategic interests are killer. They have their own compulsions and should I say compulsion and needs. Anyways, I love you not because of the fear that you won't allow one day again that I should be in America as a tourist, which is my right. If you guys can come over here in Pakistan as a tourist, why not I should be one day again landed in New York? All right? So please, American foreign policy, if you have shaped it like that, that it should be not as its rule as of a policeman, you are doing great job. If I would have been the president of such a committee to allow you peace prize, I would have already given you, because you are changing the shape and the history of American foreign policy options. That is the role, not to act as a policeman. Okay, you are making business deals all over the world. That's great. You're fighting hard for your national interests. That's why you are again in White House. People love you. There are many who hate you, but there is every reason to love you. May God bless you and family and your son and daughters and your grandsons and everybody. Okay, one day I would again be in the White House as a tourist. Rest if you had been there and I had been alive, what was the agenda of our meeting of Professor Shahid Mahmood from Lahore, Pakistan. May God bless you and America today and always. Take best care of yourself and your dear and dear. Bye bye.